I love fall so much. Hello, welcome to my channel. Welcome to today's video. So I am back at you with another top 3 today. So today's top 3 is all about my picks for TV shows or movies that I love to watch during fall. Like when I think fall, these are the shows or movies I think of. So I have 1 TV show and 2 movies and an honorable mention movie as well. So technically it's 4, but 3. It's really 3. So first up, you guys may have guessed this because many of you probably think fall when you think this as well. For me, like the first show that comes to mind when I think fall is Gilmore Girls. I love this show. I watched it off and on, I think growing up when it was actually on air. I would watch it off and on. And like I always thought of it when I thought of fall. Last year, you guys, I finally watched it all the way through. Season 1 all the way through the Netflix series. I finally watched all the way through instead of just like scattered an episode here, an episode there. I think of Gilmore Girls when it's fall, you know? I mean, it takes place in Connecticut. The show starts off in the fall. I just love the fall, okay? And I love that this show makes me think of fall. Of course, it takes place during all seasons, as do the 2 movies I'm going to be talking about as well. They take place during all the seasons, but I don't know. For some reason, Gilmore Girls just belongs in the fall. I don't know why, okay? But I am currently rewatching the series now. And also, I mean, who doesn't love, I mean, I'm sure there's some people who don't, but the writing style of the show, the way the dialogue is in this show is just so fun. It's because it's so fast and quick-witted and just quirky and hilarious, and it's just fun. And of course, they talk about coffee all the time, and I love coffee. So number 1 was Gilmore Girls. Hands down, I think fall, I think Gilmore Girls. So number 2, and I have watched this movie every year in the fall for years. It was like one of my mom's favorite movies, and then it became my sister's and I favorite movie because we would watch it with my mom, and then we just kind of adopted it as one of our favorites. And so every year I watch this movie during the fall. I watch it during other times of the year too, but primarily in the fall. And it is You've Got Mail. It's such a classic. Also, the soundtrack is just amazing. I love the soundtrack. It is so good. Again, it's another one that every season of the year is represented in this movie, but there's just something about the fall season in this movie that's just so beautiful. I think it kicks off in the fall, doesn't it? I think the movie kicks off in the fall. I have 3 sisters. So the sister that's just above me in age, she and I are kind of besties, and we kind of communicate to each other through song lyrics and movie quotes and TV quotes as well. You've Got Mail is one of those movies that we have just always quoted to each other. My sister and I have even sent each other, like, because we both love fall and autumn so much, that we have been known to send each other cards about like happy autumn or happy fall, and like write quotes from different shows and movies in there that have to do with the fall. And You've Got Mail is one of the ones that we just always end up putting quotes from in those kinds of cards, you know? Or just randomly text each other gifts about fall and again put quotes from this movie in there. One of our favorite quotes to write to each other referencing fall in relation to this movie is, "Don't you just love New York in the fall? It makes me want to buy school supplies. If I knew your name and address, I would send you a bouquet of freshly sharpened pencils." I think that's how it goes. I love it so much. Okay, look, if a movie or a show is quotable, it just bumps it up in my book, all right? And You've Got Mail is one of those movies that is quotable, and I love it. Just a feel-good rom-com-y kind of classic 90s Meg Ryan wonderful rom-com movie, okay? It's fantastic. Moving on. Okay, so my 3rd pick for something that I watch pretty much every single year during the fall, during autumn, is Meet Me in St. Louis. Meet Me in St. Louis, whatever. The song is Meet Me in St. Louis, so Meet Me in St. Louis. Oh my goodness. If you don't know what it is, it's an older Judy Garland movie. I freaking love this movie. All of my sisters and my mom and I, we usually when I go home for Thanksgiving, because I don't live near my family, so whenever I'm home for Thanksgiving, we try to like have a girls' night and we all watch this movie together. And if we don't get to do it at Thanksgiving when I'm home, then we'll try to do it at Christmas. Okay, so this is another one that does go through all 4 seasons of the year. But the reason why we love to watch this movie during the fall is because, and again, does this movie start in the fall as well? I feel like all of these start, like they all begin in the fall. I don't know. Anyway, our favorite scene from the movie though is the Halloween scene, you guys. Okay, if you've seen the movie, you know what I'm talking about. But if you have not seen this movie, okay, it's an older movie. So if you're not used to watching older movies, you just gotta hang in there. You gotta hang in there because they're older movies. They were filmed totally differently. The scenes are longer. They don't switch shots like every 2 seconds like we do now. It's longer, okay? It's a long movie. But if you haven't seen it, give it a chance because it is so funny. Well, not the whole movie is hilarious. Parts of it definitely are hilarious. The entire movie is worth it for, well, okay, for 2 things. One, the character Tootie, who's the youngest daughter in the movie. The entire movie is worth it for her character alone, but specifically for her during the Halloween scene, okay? The entire movie is worth it for that scene. I am telling you, give it a chance. If you're not a classic older movie fan, give it a chance. Those are the 3 things that I watch pretty much every single fall. When I think fall or I think autumn, those are the 3 things I think of every single time. My honorable mention, because I did say there would be an honorable mention, and here's the reason it is an honorable mention, is because I grew up watching it and haven't seen it in a very, very long time, but I really want to watch it this year. It's so classic, and I just have to throw it in there, it's The Great Pumpkin, Charlie Brown. I grew up watching Charlie Brown all the time. Who else grew up watching Charlie Brown? Raise your hand. I love me some Charlie Brown. All the different holiday ones and everything, but we can't forget about The Great Pumpkin. It's so good. It's a classic. Like I said, I haven't watched it in years. I feel like it's going to be very nostalgic to watch that one again, and I just had to throw that out there because I feel like some people still, every year, that's one that they watch. So that was quick, super fast and easy. And I hope you guys really enjoy these kinds of videos. I hope you guys are liking these top 3s. I'm really loving them. So you guys let me know down in the comments or over on my Instagram page, everyday.amymay, what are your go-to, like every year you watch these movies or TV shows during the fall? Because I would love to know if either they're the same as mine or if they're totally different or some of both. All right, well, that's it for me today, guys. I love you so much. Let me know also what other top 3s you guys would like to see over here on Everyday Amy May. So if you like this video and you like these top 3s, make sure to give it a thumbs up. Make sure to subscribe to my channel if you haven't done that already. And make sure to ring the bell if you'd like to be notified every single time I upload. So I love you guys. Thank you so much for watching and for hanging out over here on my channel. And I will see you in the next one.